Welcome to the Eric Avasar Show. Today is a very bittersweet day for the Virginia Tech basketball program, as the worst kept secret in all of college basketball has finally been revealed. Buzz Williams has left the Virginia Tech men's basketball team to take the head coaching job at Texas A&M. And Buzz took Virginia Tech to an unprecedented level of success. That's what makes parting such sweet sorrow here. I mean, he took the Hokies to their first ever Sweet 16 since the tournament field expanded to 64 in 1985. And, Buzz has left the Hokies after compiling a 41-31 record in ACC play. Pretty remarkable for the toughest conference in college basketball. And, Buzz was beloved by students, fans, most of all his players. I mean, he was fiercely embraced by his players, oftentimes being a father figure to them and such a inspirational figure to so many. But at the end of the day, Buzz never quite embraced Blacksburg the way many had hoped. And, Buzz Williams took over a program that was in the absolute gutter when he took the job at first. And, he really turned it into a legitimate Final Four contender until injuries and, of course, the problems that Chris Clark and Landers Nolley had. This season. Of course, the foot injury that Justin Robinson suffered did them no favors, but the way he navigated such a difficult stretch of play, which included that regular season win over Duke, was just nothing short of remarkable. This was the most memorable and incredible season of Virginia Tech's basketball's history. And, this move hurts so much because so many fans like myself almost felt like, Buzz was too good of a coach for this program. After all, he came to Virginia Tech with 8 tournament wins to his name. That's more than Virginia Tech had in the history of the program with 6. So, that stat alone speaks for itself. And, at the end of the day, it's really tough to see him go to Texas A&M, which is not an upgrade in terms of program prestige. It's not a step up, but at the same time, Buzz has always marched to the beat of his own drum. Many people looked at his departure for Marquette, going to Virginia Tech, as a step back. But Buzz does what Buzz wants. And, his family is very much an important part of this decision, I'm sure. His parents live in Texas. He is a native Texan, and he had previously served, under Billy Gillispie as an assistant at Texas A&M, I believe, between 2004 and 2006. So I'm sure the program had always held a soft spot in his heart. I don't think it came down to money. Sure, Texas A&M offered him a substantial raise, to say the least, over what Virginia Tech could offer, but I really don't believe this was about money. This was about Buzz doing what he really wanted and seeing this as too good of an opportunity for him personally to pass up. Now, what really hurts too, on top of this, is that, Buzz has hurt the future of the Virginia Tech program. And, I think that it's okay to be disappointed in Buzz for as much joy and, just memorable moments that he brought for so many people who are used to mediocrity and failure. It's okay to be a little annoyed with Buzz, given the fact that he never really fully committed himself to the basketball program, which speaks volumes about what an incredible coach he is, how he can win the way he did when he was not fully committed, because he, had his head turned. He looked at jobs like Ohio State and TCU. He stayed put until Texas A&M came along, but all of his interests in other jobs made it very easy to negatively recruit against him. Tech's recruiting took a nosedive after the commitment of Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The only really impressive commit in this year's class was Anthony Harrison. Of course, he's already asked for a release from his letter of intent, but Tech was really trending in the wrong direction when it came to recruiting, because the writing was all over the wall for this move. And, Buzz, of course, said he knew nothing about the Texas A&M job when he was asked about it. Of course, that was not the case. You can hold that against them if you want to, but there's really no right answer for handling a situation like that, being asked a question where, you're going to be criticized no matter what the answer is. But what Buzz certainly deserves criticism for was blocking virtually everyone, blocking people compulsively on Twitter who tweeted about him, people begging him to stay with the program, not even people criticizing him, his fans, the people who, to an extent, you could say, paid his salary. So, to block people left and right who support you, who believe in you, and who want you to stay with the program, it's disrespectful and it's in bad taste. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, just as Buzz Williams is entitled to leave the program. But it was the wrong thing for Buzz to do for a man who has otherwise, carried himself with the utmost grace, dignity, and, was very much a likable figure in Blacksburg. Ultimately, Buzz Williams' legacy should be remembered at Virginia Tech as incredibly successful by this program's standards, complicated and incomplete, because he turned Virginia Tech into a competitive program, but not a national power. And I am convinced he would have done so if he had been a Blacksburg lifer. Now, we'll just have to wonder what could have been. Of course, more importantly, keep a close eye on who Whit Babcock hires as Buzz's replacement. And now it's his turn to take over the Aggies and see what he can do in College Station. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel.